everybody. I'm Mariah.
And I'm Victoria.
And this is
The Church Chat.
The Church Chat. I cut you off. It's been 4 months. I kind of forgot. Yeah. I kind of forgot our theme song.
I cannot believe it's been 4 months. I had to practice our theme song.
And I did not, obviously.
I cannot believe it's been 4 months. It feels
months.
like it has been a long time, but it feels like it's not been a long time.
I don't know. I feel like it's been forever.
Really?
Yeah. I missed it.
I don't know. 4 months just goes by like that.
It does. It does. But I missed it. I missed our chats, you know.
Oh, I missed them too.
And I think other people did too, because everyone was asking me, are y'all still doing this? Are you guys still going to do this?
I know. I was at Ross the other day and someone said, how's your podcast doing? And I'm like, oh, well, texting Mariah right now. We need to figure out when we're doing season 2.
Which was the plan to start back in the fall. So
yeah.
It's the Burr months.
The Burr months, my favorite months.
I like them too. I
love fall.
I'm ready for the next season when the other one's over. Like, I like them all. But
but you're like toward the end of one season, you're ready for the next season?
Yeah.
I've been trying to like be present, like live in the moment, but I love fall. And I've been like, okay, I'm ready. When is this happening? Oh, so excited.
Being present.
I love it.
What a statement, though.
I know, being present's so difficult. It really is. I watched a movie the other day, and it was like, you should be present in the moment, always. I'm like, dude, that's so hard, though.
Yeah, it is. Especially, like, with our life changes, like, it's we're always looking forward to something else, you know?
Yeah.
Something new, something exciting.
Yeah. So I was just trying to reflect and be like, okay, I'm here. This is great. These are things I've prayed for and I'm living in now. So I don't need to be, you know, wishing the other thing to come.
That's actually really good. Really true. For like, I feel that. I got that ministered to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Which kind of brings us into our topic today, too.
Yeah, it was perfect.
So that really
segue
went good. We're going to talk today about answered prayers, which is an exciting topic and can be a hard topic, too, if you're waiting on an answered prayer. But I think both of us right now are in a season of our life where we are living in an answered prayer.
Amen.
And honestly, to be honest, every season I'm living in some sort of answered prayer, and we forget kind of sometimes that, you know, you're living in the time that you prayed for years ago.
Even if it's, like, we're going to get into this, but, you know, God does say yes, no, and wait.
Yes.
So any of those seasons of our life, like, we are living in that, either a yes, a no, or a wait.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy to think about. And we've talked about this before, but we don't love the waiting always.
No, nobody likes waiting.
But in our seasons now, we're, like, seeing the yes from the wait, you know, which is really cool.
So do you want to tell them what season you're in?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So I got engaged.
Oh, my God. In the last 4 months, she's gotten a boyfriend. In the last, well, it's a little longer than 4 months. Gotten a boyfriend.
6 months.
Yeah, and engaged.
A boyfriend, engaged. I'm going to be married in a month.
Oh, dear God.
Then we're going to get to spend Christmas together. That's what I'm so excited about. Oh, my gosh. But it's just been an insane season, so quick, which this is a season I've prayed for so long in my life. And like I said, I was in that waiting period for a really long time. And God said no a lot of times. Thank you, Jesus. He did. You know, because I look back and I'm like, there was something so much better.
Yeah.
Which I know you're going to talk about too with the yes, no, and wait.
Yes.
Thank God he said wait. And thank God he said no. Because who knows where I would be now if this wouldn't have happened. But
I honestly remember just a few months ago, gosh, you moved back in what, November?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just remember being at church with you and someone coming up to you saying, you know, like, once you're getting in God's will, it wouldn't surprise me if the rest lines up with what you want. And like literally and within 6 months, it's like,
just like
really
bam, bam,
snowballed, you know, and
yeah,
that's exciting. That's, you know, that's really is exciting. I feel like, and that kind of goes with my verse too, which I thought it was interesting because it says, it's 1 John 5:14 through 15. And it says, this is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we have asked of him. But the according to his will.
Yeah.
That's the
Which
most
is so important.
part.
Right. And I have prayed for many, many months to be in God's will because I don't want to be out of it.
Yeah.
It is so important to live in his will, and everything does fall into place. I am a testimony. So yeah, it's been phenomenal.
So tell us about the fiance.
Fiance.
I'll let you tell his name.
His name's Justin. He's so sweet. I love
Boo
him.
Boo Kitty.
Oh my gosh, don't tell that on the podcast.
It's funny.
We had my bachelorette weekend this weekend, and we played a game. One of the questions was, what is my nickname for him? And it is
Boo Boo Kitty.
And that is very embarrassing. I didn't think she was going to tell it on here.
That is so weird.
It's not weird.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he doesn't like all the nicknames I give him, but it's fine. His name's Justin. What am I supposed to call him? He doesn't have a good nickname, you know? It's tough.
Yeah. I was trying to think of one, but
there's not one. I said Jay Baby
that one's
at one
cute.
point.
That one's cute.
But his sister's name's Jayla, so they call her Jay. So then it's kind of just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll land on
You'll
a good
work
one
on it.
at
You'll
one
work on
point.
it, but Boo Boo Kitty for now. God.
Boo Kitty in the waiting in the
It's
interim.
so bad.
But yeah, we met at the gym, and it just kind of spiraled from there. And he didn't like me at first. I tell everybody that, and I just persevered.
Oh my gosh.
But someone asked me, actually my sister-in-law, she said, "What makes this one different?"
Yeah.
And I was like, he's the first guy that has been in a relationship with the Lord. You know, like he loves Jesus, and I feel like directs us in a way that is good, or hopefully we pray to be in God's will too.
Yeah.
We actually had that conversation the other night that we want to be in his will and pray more about that and stuff like that. So it's just a huge difference in the relationships that I've been in the past. Like hands down, no comparison, you know? So yeah, it's been crazy.
It sounds like a whirlwind.
Yeah,
and it has been for our friends too.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What? Are you sure you want to get married?" I'm like, "Yeah,
okay,
it's easy. It's easy. It's an easy yes. It's actually crazy. I'm so confident, you know, but it is just because of the Lord and he prayed about it, and I've prayed about it, obviously. So yeah, it's been great. He said
really
yes.
Awesome. I'm excited
So
for you and your new experience, and I'm anxious to see how you adjust. And
it's gonna be an adjustment. I know that, though.
Yeah,
you know,
I know you do, but I'm just anxious to see and hear about it.
Yeah,
I did my adjustment a long time ago, so I want to know what other people are experiencing now.
Well, you're gonna have an adjustment soon,
I am
too.
gonna have an adjustment
so
soon.
We both have very exciting news, and hers is amazing too. So tell it.
Yeah, well, I'm pregnant. I don't know how else to say that. I'm with child.
With baby number
2, and it's a boy this time. So that is an adjustment for me because I've only really been around girls, except for
that is true.
My nephew who's just 6 months old. So
true.
We're still learning with him too. But CJ is kind of excited, kind of not care. I don't know. She's only 2, so she doesn't really understand.
I didn't think she wanted a sibling.
Sometimes she does act like she kisses my belly now and stuff like
cute.
that, but she doesn't really. I don't know that she really understands that it's going to be coming home with us. Like
like it is not just like oh, we have it, then we give it back.
I'm not sure she really understands, but she's cute and she kisses my belly and she does rub it, and I ask her about brother all the time, so that's always fun. But so I'm halfway finished with this pregnancy already. So since we've been off this podcast, that I'm not kidding, our lives have been crazy.
It's been a whirlwind, like you said. Like just everything's been so fast.
Truthfully, I forgot. Like I feel like when we started the podcast, like the first episode, the first season, I was like I had found myself again, but I forgot. Like honestly, I've forgotten what it's like to be pregnant and to postpartum, how you kind of lose a part of yourself. I know that sounds negative, but I mean it's not negative, but you do. It's because you're so focused on something else or dealing with it, or you're sick, or God knows what, that you've almost lost. It kind of feels like you lose a part of yourself, and I think it takes time to get that back. And I was at that point where I was myself again, and focusing a lot on myself at that time, and like not in a negative way myself, but like my health and my, like I just was
You were
on that.
working out.
Yeah, I was on an up, and then you
Yeah.
forget, like, I don't know, I forgot what it was like. So it's been a little bit of a crazy experience over the last few months for sure. So with that being said, I was journaling. I got my journal out the other day, and I was looking back just like a few months ago, and I had wrote about, praying about wanting to expand the family some more and wanting to open my heart to another child. And I realized, like, I'm in the things that I prayed for now. With my husband, like, I prayed for a godly husband. I have it. And sometimes we forget that.
When they make you mad.
Yeah. And I'm a mother, and even though sometimes life gets tough, or like in motherhood you feel that way sometimes, and maybe I'm the only one, I don't know.
No, you're not.
But God has he answered that prayer for me, and there's a reason why, because it's according to God's will. Right. That's what it said. So I have peace with that, and I'm looking forward to bringing this baby in and loving on
Can't
it.
Wait to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, so Matthew 7:7-8, we all know this verse, but we forget it, or we take it, or we don't really listen to the words, you know what I mean? Because we've heard it so much. Yeah. But ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. Yeah. Of course, everything needs to be in God's will, but that verse is just amazing that God's like, oh yeah, just ask and it'll be given to you if it's according to my will. Yeah. Which I love it.
You have not because you ask not.
That's good. But I heard the other day, I was listening to someone preach, and he said, sometimes we don't ask because we don't want to know the answer.
Oh yeah, so we just do our own thing.
Yeah, which
that's
is
a given.
Not cool either.
No. Usually doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Either.
No, it definitely does not. But I was going to talk to you about, so one of our friends, I'm not going to say her name because I just thought of it and we didn't talk about it before, but she's having infertility issues, right? So that's obviously a wait moment.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, that would be difficult.
So how would you advise someone in that kind of waiting period, or someone like who was in my situation, like that didn't have a godly boyfriend or couldn't find someone that they thought would be a good partner in life? What would you advise to them?
That's a good question. I kind of think it might be two different answers depending on like situations you're in, maybe. In your situation, I always think about my mom, because most of like growing up, I didn't really have a lot of boyfriends, or like, and all my friends did, and like we've talked about this, but and my mom would say, "Do you have the desire in your heart to get married?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I do. And she would be like, "Well, don't you think that God, if he placed that desire there, don't you think that he's going to give it to you?" Anyway, that really spoke to me that my mom would say that, because like the Lord, I believe that God did put that desire in my heart, because it is according to his will for us to be with someone. You know, it talks about that, to be married and to have that companion. But I also think about how this verse, and it says, Ephesians 3:20, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than we all ask and imagine, according to his power that is the work within. So I say, when you're in that waiting period, think of the best thing you could ever want, because God can do better.
Ooh, that's good. And to go off of that, in our weakness, he shows his strength. So maybe in that infertility waiting period, you have no hope, you know what I mean? And then God can give you a miracle, and it can be more than you could ever imagine,
And the infertility one is,
tough.
That's a tough one, because I've not been in that position, but I can't imagine struggling with that, because it's not your fault and it's not the other person's fault. It just happens sometimes, and I personally don't see anything wrong with looking for help. Yeah. I don't, we have desires as women, a lot of us have desires to be mothers.
Be a mom.
And I don't feel like God would want to take that away from anyone. But sometimes I think that there are plans for our lives, and maybe that can be your testimony, how you came to love your child, or through IVF or through adoption, or I'm not saying God causes that, but I'm saying he allows it sometimes in order for us to grow. And I think sometimes we get that would be considered a different answer to God's prayers, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Or delayed. It could be delayed too. Maybe it's just not the right time. You know, I don't know. I don't know what his plan is. So,
obviously, yeah.
But it could be also a different answer, and there are reasons why God gives us different answers. But can redirects us to something better.
Something better, which I love.
And sometimes you might not think that it would be better, that adoption would be better, or that IVF, getting help will be better, but you don't know the testimony that it's going to reach somebody else either.
Right.
And you don't know how much love you're going to have for that child that was given to you in a different way. Or, but God allows that, I think, to grow our faith sometimes, to align us to his will. To remind us that he's in control and not us.
I was going to say that. Right. I've also heard, if everything comes easy to you, like a lot of times we are thankful, right, in the good seasons, but some people aren't as thankful as they would be if they didn't go through those struggles, and they wouldn't have leaned on Jesus.
Right.
For those things. You know what I mean?
And I don't feel like I'm an expert in say it. Like, I didn't experience that, so I don't know. I understand that that doesn't always make someone feel better, in the moment. It doesn't.
No, it does not.
But I think that's where you just have to trust God. But also, another reason that he might give us different answers is to protect us. Think about, like, how a no can be a protection thing. Like, what?
Yeah. I've experienced it.
I know, but, like, I'm thinking, like, with the infertility conversation.
Okay.
What if that no was protecting you from having a complication or a child that, isn't healthy, that you wouldn't be able to deal with versus, having a child a different way? What if that was a protection against your heart? And,
or your life.
In your life, because childbirth isn't easy. There have been deaths from childbirth.
Right.
What if that is a protection? I think sometimes you just have to think of all options. Like, why is this happening to me? Why is God saying no in this? And it doesn't even have to be that situation exactly. That's just one we brought up.
Just a good example, yeah.
But how do you, I guess you just have to take those moments and breathe and think about, those reasons why God delays and why God gives us or redirects us.
Right. Like, we have faith for a reason.
Yeah.
Faith is not always easy, and I'm a control freak. It's tough.
Yeah.
But that's what he desires from us, is full faith.
Give him control.
Yeah. Fully giving up your life, your heart, your mind, your control issues, all of it,
So hard.
It is really hard. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
I hope that helps somebody.
With this baby, and honestly, I'll share, I got a little scared the last doctor's appointment, and I feel a lot better now, but I had to battle in my mind because I was told that this baby has, it's called an SUA, single umbilical artery, and it's got, normally an umbilical cord has 3 vessels instead of 2, and it can make the baby have a growth restriction and be small and other things that, honestly, I don't even like to repeat the word because it freaked me out that she said it. But at first I Googled, and it's the wrong thing to do, but
never.
You go through those things and started battling, well, what if it's not okay? What if it's not okay? What if something's wrong with it? And pregnancy is terrifying because it's your body, but you don't know what's going on.
That's very true. I never thought about that.
It's really terrifying. But I just had to, take a step back and be like, either way, it's my baby. God created this baby this far. And he's going to create it the rest of the way how he wants it. So,
yep. I fully surrender that to you.
Yep. So, and I just had to give that up. And sometimes you do trail back a little bit and be like, but it's you know, it's just one of those trust things when you get into those positions of prayers that you're waiting for or praying about, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, to make you feel better, I don't know if you know this story, but it's a little funny, but now it was terrifying for my mother when she was pregnant with me. But I don't know if you've ever heard the term prophesying.
No. I can't say I have.
It's so bad, but it's like, maybe we shouldn't say this on here, but it's when people prophesy, but they're lying. It's not good. Like, it's not
I've just
of
never
the
heard
Lord.
it called prophesying.
And it's a joke. But this man came up to my mom, and he said he was prophesying over her, and she was pregnant with me. And he said, I mean, it's a little bit different, obviously, than your situation because you were at a doctor, but he told her that he had a vision, and God spoke to him that I was going to be blind. That her baby, which was me in her belly, was going to be blind. And my mom freaked out. You know, like, she freaked, right? Yeah. And she said, I prayed over you and your eyesight so much during your pregnancy just because, like, I wanted to trust the Lord that he would heal your eyes if that was true, right? Well, I have better than perfect vision, everyone. I would never have glasses. Both my parents are legally blind. My brother's legally blind, and I have perfect vision. So she trusted him, and she overly prayed, great. And it was fine. So
well, that does make me feel better because I pray every day that every meal that I eat gets him the nutrients he needs to grow big and strong, and that's what matters to me, and I believe that he is because I keep feeling him today. So,
well, in Hebrews 11:6, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him.
Yeah.
So he's going to reward you for seeking him and seeking his healing power and, you know, trusting him for developing your baby the way it needs to be.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
So
I love it.
It's going to be,
I think we all,
he's going to be perfect.
Live in a time of an answered prayer. We've all experienced it, whether it's big or small, big life changes or not, something, you know, we live in it all the time. We live in his answered prayers all the time. And then we forget about them as we live.
We do.
So I think it's important to take time and think about and reflect. I encourage listeners to reflect on things in their life that God has answered their prayers and that you're living today, whether it be something small like you found a community or that you're connected with, or you
have food
on the table. Maybe at some point somebody didn't have food on the table and they prayed for that. Now they do. That's such a, like, you don't think about that being an answered prayer, but it is.
It is 100%.
A home to live in, you know, the house over their head, their bills are paid, like, those are answered prayers.
A success in your job. I'm seeing that in my life right now.
Yes, those are very answered prayers. And so I just encourage all of our listeners to do that. And the best way that I love to do that is looking at my journal. I really do. Like, I've journaled for years, and off and on, not like every day, but like every few, sometimes it's months between. But like, I get to go back and be like, oh, wow. Like, I prayed for Wesley to be my husband. Now he is. And sometimes I take that for granted.
Yeah.
You know, there are times where I prayed for, a bill to be paid, that somebody would come and pay a bill, help me pay one, or let
get
me figure
money
it
somehow,
out, you know, and here we are, my bills are paid, you know, like, it's just like, those are things that we might worry about one time and then forget about later.
And take it for granted.
Yeah, but
100%.
God's really answered our prayers, and I missed our conversations, and
me too.
They make me feel better. Good. They make me feel better too because they encourage me.
They encourage me too. I mean, we talk about real life stuff. Like, these are real conversations that we're having, you know?
Yeah.
It helps us get through.
I love our life, and I love that we're growing in different ways. And
I know, it's so crazy. It's just so really crazy. Our lives are just going just so fast.
It is really crazy.
Like, life is so fast.
You need to just have a baby now.
Oh my gosh.
Since you're doing Since you're doing everything really fast, you might as well.
He's not ready.
Yeah,
I'm a cougar.
He's a baby.
He's younger than me.
He's a baby.
He's not ready yet. We'll probably wait a couple years.
Yes, you think.
Hey, everybody be praying. Maybe his mind will change. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
Now
it
you get
was
to talk
great.
about him like I talk about Wesley on here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. He will hate that.
Yeah, Wesley does too.
But it was great talking to you today. I love it. I
me
love
too.
that we're back together for this season.
Yeah, so we are changing. We're not every week though because of our busy schedules and busy lives.
Insane.
We are twice a month on Fridays, I believe. Yeah, it was Fridays.
Dropping on Fridays. So if you have any suggestions for topics, we definitely need some, in this new season.
Yes.
So excited to talk to you guys, though.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you next time.